Today marks 2 years since the Atlanta spa shootings, and right now families of the victims, lawmakers, and local activists, they are gathering to remember the 8 lives lost. 11 Alive's Karis Belger is at a rally that just started a few hours ago. Karis, this tragedy remains fresh on everyone's mind.
It does. In fact, just before we came on here, we heard from Robert Peterson. He's the son of Yong Ae Yue, who was killed 2 years ago today. He stressed the importance not only of remembering the victims, but also pushing for change. This morning, Representative Michels spoke at a hearing for a proposed bill that calls for more restrictions on how people store guns around children. It's one of the 3 gun bills Representative O has pushed to help curb gun deaths. Today, she spoke about the need for more action to make sure families don't experience more tragedy. She and other lawmakers and community advocates discussed solutions to combating violence, specifically against the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. And this is an experience that Peterson emotionally described not too long ago. Just take a listen.
I know the difficulty of today and of every day. 2 years later, and our pain has only deepened, our heartache and sorrow palpable. But it has also strengthened our resolve and our commitment to service.
And so many of the speakers today, including Peterson, emphasized the need for more education about the Asian American experience, but also about the need for more resources and access for those resources in the AAPI community. I'll have more on that later on tonight at 5. Aisha.
Karis, thank you. These shootings not only sparked outrage, but it sparked change. Since then, a broad coalition of AAPI people and allies have continued to speak out against anti-Asian discrimination and violence. Many lawmakers are working for increased gun safety laws and increased AAPI representation at all levels of government. But many in state government believe there is still more that needs to be done to make sure these 8 lives were not lost in vain.
We obviously want to reflect on the lives and remember those that we lost that day, but also in this moment to reflect on where we've come since that day 2 years ago, because that was an incident that really helped to galvanize the Asian American community here in Atlanta.
Representative Au says there will be continued pushes for policy change. She's been advocating for universal background checks and a 3-day waiting period for gun purchases. Georgia U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock took to the U.S. chambers yesterday to remember the victims of the spa shootings. The Reverend shared this heartfelt message.
It was 2 years ago today that a hateful act of violence shook metropolitan Atlanta, reverberated across our state, our nation, and the world. In the span of a few hours, our sense of safety and sanctuary was ripped apart by bullets born of hate and fear. Let us remember these 8 Georgians and pray for their families.
Senator Warnock read the names of the 8 victims in the Senate chambers. He went on to say these Georgians should never become statistics. Senator Warnock also led the chamber in a moment of silence to remember the victims and pray for the families whose wounds will never heal completely. The suspected shooter, Robert Aaron Long, has pleaded guilty to the shooting in Cherokee County. He was sentenced to life in prison. Long pled not guilty in the Fulton County case. The district attorney has previously said she intends to seek the death penalty. We will continue to follow Long's case as it moves through the criminal justice system and continue to watch as lawmakers try to make an impact. You can follow along on 11alive.com.